The Old Fashioned is widely regarded as the most important of all cocktails, and for good reasons. After more than 150 years of cocktail history, the different fashions, the different trends, the Old Fashioned was there at the start, and it's still front and center in the cocktail world now. It's a testament to simplicity and balance over flamboyance and overly complicated recipes. As this book is going to contain all my favorite cocktail recipes, it's only fair that the Old Fashioned is one of the first to go in there. It's my go-to cocktail. If I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to make myself an easy drink, it will be an Old Fashioned. It's that simple template of spirit, sugar, and bitters that just works every time. And honestly, even if someone was to wrongly assert that an Old Fashioned has to be whiskey, limiting yourself to whiskey, there's still more permutations of that simple template than you could possibly try out in your entire life. This isn't hyperbole, I mean it literally. Think about the thousands of whiskeys that exist around the world, then the different types of sugars you could use, and then all the different types of bitters. When you swap those permutations out, even without splitting the base between different whiskeys, that's going to be in the millions, the tens of millions, if not more, combinations of spirit, sugar, bitters, and you've still got a unique drink. This is what makes the Old Fashioned such a great cocktail to me. That template is not a restriction, it's a map, it's a guide to basically limitless experimentation and exploration. Look, I've seen some really creative and extravagant presentations of an Old Fashioned, usually involving smoke or fire or quite intricate combinations of ingredients. I'm going to keep it pretty simple in here, but the Old Fashioned, it's what you make of it. Take the sugar. What sugar are you going to use in the Old Fashioned? That is not a trivial question. It might seem that way, but there is a huge amount of flexibility. Sugars with different flavors, and also the way you use sugar in the cocktail. The two main ways people use sugar in an Old Fashioned is either a sugar syrup or solid sugar, a sugar cube or granulated sugar, and that will be in the bottom of the glass. If you're doing the granulated sugar approach, the standard way to do it is the sugar's in the bottom of the glass, you do a few dashes of bitters, probably a splash of soda water, then muddle that so you've turned the sugar into a paste, and then you'll add the drink and the ice to that. The sugar won't completely dissolve, and the drink will be at different levels of sweetness as you work through it, and that's what some people like. Even the little grit of sugar at the end of the drink, that's the way some people like it. Me, I go for sugar syrup. I go for the sugar syrup not just to avoid the granules of sugar in my drink, but because you can infuse a whole range of flavors into sugar syrup. My favorite homemade brown sugar syrup, it's infused with all the traditional cooking spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, star anise, cloves, all sorts of things, whatever you've got. And I will be making another video giving a detailed explanation of how to do this, but this is my favorite. It's one of the favorite things I've ever made. I suppose if I'm going to talk about ways to build an Old Fashioned, I have to mention Wisconsin style. Look, I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want to dictate to people, but why? I mean, I hear the people in Wisconsin are lovely, really friendly, welcoming, hospitable. Great. Why are you doing that and calling it an Old Fashioned? You know, I want to make it clear. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. It isn't even muddling the fruit in the drink that bothers me. You can do that in an Old Fashioned. It could add an interesting aspect to it. But in Wisconsin, they add soda. Flavored soda, and not a splash, a lot. That isn't an Old Fashioned. Give it its own name. Call it a brandy lowball or something. Okay, well, moving on. That is a lost nomenclative battle. Wisconsin, take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. For this video, I toyed with doing one of the more complex combinations of ingredients for an Old Fashioned. I'm going to keep it fairly simple, but I'm going to have a bit of fun. The base whiskey I'm going to use is one of my favorite, Starward's Nova Single Malt. It's 40% ABV, average for whiskeys, but it's good to have a bit more backbone in an Old Fashioned. So I'll be combining it with what's basically my strongest whiskey, a Texas Single Malt from Balcones. Comes in at 66.7% ABV. When it comes to the bitters to use in an Old Fashioned, aromatic bitters are the default, and Angostura is the default aromatic bitters. although makers around the world have their own take on aromatic bitters. But if you're looking to get a bit creative with the bitters in an old fashioned, my top recommendations to try out are orange bitters, chocolate bitters, and walnut bitters. I did mean those individually, but you can use more than one. In fact, I think I'll do that. Enough talk, let's make our old fashioned. In a mixing glass, I am adding 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of my Starward Nova single malt whiskey, then half an ounce or 15 mils of Balcones cask strength single malt. Then I'm adding around 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of my spiced apple brown sugar syrup, doing 2 dashes of aromatic bitters. Like I said, having a bit of fun, I'm going to throw in a dash of chocolate bitters as well. Add ice to the glass, stir that for at least 20 to 25 seconds to get it nicely chilled, and add a little dilution, and I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. For a garnish, I like to go with the classic, express some orange oil over the top, wipe the rim with the peel and drop it right in, then add a maraschino cherry or 2 on a skewer. And there we have our old-fashioned. Classic, easy to make, a range of possibilities. I have to admit, I've not made this combination before, so I'm going to give it a taste. As I expected, that works really quite well. Just that little bit of the stronger whiskey gives it a bit more oomph. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I like oomph in my life. That's a technical term, if you've never heard it. This is my little take on the old-fashioned. Nothing outrageous. You can do some quite involved and creative ones. People are coming up with great variations of old-fashions all the time. So never be afraid to experiment. Never listen to anyone who tells you, that's not an old-fashioned because you didn't do this whiskey or you didn't do that. That's how they sound. The people who try and gatekeep, that's how they sound. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. And when I see their comments, when they do, in my head I hear a voice going, pay no attention to people with weird voices like that. That's all I'm saying. Make yourself an old-fashioned whenever you feel like it, however you feel like it. It's a great drink. It's a classic for a reason. Never lets you down. Well, I'm sure you could come up with something that would let you down. Generally speaking, doesn't let you down. I hope you don't feel let down like this. I'll be back again soon. Cheers.